Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Witcher 3 on a Witcher Wednesday. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 20. We're back in the Rearden Manor because Dolores, I believe that was her name, told us our rewards here, and we had forgot to grab it. That house over there with the chimney, with the smoke coming up through it, that's where you actually find the key. You come over to the east side of the barn here and unlock the door. If Geralt can manage to navigate the threshold there.
Lived here once.
You can use your Witcher sense.
Something here.
And that is your reward. It's very nice. You get a little experience out of it too. I'm doing all of the voiceover and post-production today. We'll see how it goes. I was really in the mood to just do a light-hearted quest, not something too heavy. There's a level 6 one here. Contract for the Woodland Beast, talk to the commander at the guard post by the bridge to Novigrad. I thought that sounded like something pretty easy to get done. And because of this little quest, I'm going to learn something very valuable about this game today that I had forgot from my first playthrough. So this is going to be a good time watching me get educated once again. It's a pretty uneventful horse ride, even though it's really long, until I saw all these neckers over here. And you can see that looks like it might be a rock quarry over there, except they wouldn't have a need for a rock quarry, really. But I thought maybe there was a cave there. So I decided that the best thing to do was stop and kill all these neckers and find out what the heck are they doing. And of course, I've not had a chance to play The Witcher 3 a lot lately because of some other games that I've been playing and trying to get ready for the channel. And this is a game where if I'm not playing it every week, every other day, I forget the keyboard commands. So here, instead of casting the spell, which is what I really want to do that, I had pulled out my torch like a complete idiot. I had also forgot which key allows me to dodge roll away, so the neckers get some pretty good shots in on me. Dangerous in a group, they can be. After that, it's just looting a lot of monster guts, and I wanted to walk up here and see what was up here, and it's just a little pond. There's nothing interesting going on, just a bunch of neckers sitting here in the forest, being annoying. The unfortunate bit of all of this is that our sword is now very damaged. You know, we think we're Aragorn out here with the flaming brand. Put that away, Geralt. So just a bunch of neckers, nothing going on, but now our sword's damaged. And I start noticing that I don't have a whole lot of repair kits for it. So that's going to be a problem. I need to find somebody who can sell me some more of those. I only have the one good silver sword. But here's the problem. You can see in the upper left-hand corner, we're 60 of 60 in weight. And notice what's missing on the right-hand side. No saddlebags on my horse. Here we decide to talk to a merchant because I just want to sell some stuff to get rid of the weight.
Wouldn't mind a look
And
at your
he's
stock.
bugged. He doesn't show me his
Wouldn't mind a
stuff.
look at your stock.
So I finally figured it out. I needed to log out of the game and log back in. And now it gives me the real merchant with the appropriate face and the appropriate stock.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
And at least we can sell these swords to get them out of our inventory. So now we're headed back up north, back to the bridge, and of course there are bandits on the road. We need to be turned around in such a way that we can swing at them because Geralt, like me, is right-handed. But hey, that is an awesome animation. Uh-oh.
You'll regret your mum ever squirted you out.
No, I won't. Get over here. Oh, he tried to kick. Got sliced. I'm usually so bad at timing the weapon swings when I'm on horseback. And then this guy ended up just chasing each other around. It's like, bring around the Rosie. Let's change direction here. That works out nicely.
Come on.
Of course, we sold a bunch of weapons to relieve ourselves of some weight in our inventory, and now we're going to pick a whole bunch more back up. But at long last, we make our way to the bridge over the Pontar. There's a whole lot of people waiting to get across. We already
Not
have
so fast, Roach.
a pass that allow us to get us across, but this is another way to get a pass, is to do this exact quest. Because this bloke will give you a pass along with some gold to take care of his woodland beast problem.
Just take my advice and don't go and go there.
Huh? What do you want?
Hear about the notice. Got monster trouble?
Trouble? Good one. We're not having trouble. We're up shit fucking creek. Some shaggy fuck knows what sitting in the woods attacking every plough and transport that dares take the high road. We need out of bolts, arrows, rations, all around fucked. Sent a patrol out. Blokes never came back. So the job's simple. Bring me the fucker's head, and I'll give you gold. As much as the notice says. I'm not gonna haggle. Quartermaster won't budge. But I can throw in a pass that'll get you across the Pontar. So, deal?
Sounds fair. See what I can do.
So again, we don't need the pass, but what the heck? We're willing to do this job for this guy. As a woodland beast, we're a witcher. It's not that far of a jaunt away. A short way down the road, we find these guys. Wasn't initially sure what they were, but if you get close enough, you can see the name show up right there. It's an Alghoul. So we'll do our typical thing. Check the bestiary. There's actually no Alghoul in the bestiary, but there's ghouls. I assume they're the same kind of thing. Just a little necrophage oil. We'll go see what's going on with these guys. Looks like trouble.
Show me what you got.
Turns out, not too bad. But the ghouls, not so much the problem.
Clawed and gnawed. Necrophages fed here. But all the wounds they inflicted are post-mortem.
Oh, so our necrophages are...
Looted bare. Either someone stole the cargo after the monster attack, or our monster collects military paraphernalia.
starting to look less like the monster kind of monster.
Clawed and gnawed. Necrophages fed here, but all the wounds they inflicted are post-mortem. Look like claw marks, but here, an arrow. Shaft's broken off right at the skin.
So I think we're dealing with something other than your garden variety monster. Some kind of monster that can actually shoot an arrow.
Footprints. A survivor? Either that or the monster's a humanoid.
Humanoid seems like a good
Something's
one.
fishy here. I should follow these tracks.
I think humanoid is a good guess. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I actually learned a lot about this game in this particular episode. Much more about this than I realized. I learned about we need saddlebags on our horse. And there's also something I learned about the magic in this game, and it's not going to happen during this
I
fight.
want to look around some.
but in a later fight. There's something I learned very effective about the magic, which I'm going to be using going forward. Drowners. Those guys are punks. So if we follow these tracks, eventually they start to go uphill a little bit towards this big tree. And if your spidey sense isn't tingling, I don't know what to tell you.
One step more and you'll gain a new hole in your head, Dwan. What do you seek here? Speak!
Set your weapon aside. You've killed enough humans already.
No. No, I have not. At least one more must die. Etme!
I gotta get better about anticipating shots here because the archery is very deadly. Staying on the other side of this tree would be a good idea. That's just me taking unnecessary hits. Now we gotta find this guy. Where is he? Oh, and he drills us again. Very good to hit a moving target like that. I really wanted to roll dodge toward him, but I'd forgot which key I had assigned it to. Squirrel tails. So now we're over encumbered. And I don't really want to just drop things because money's so tight in this world. So we wander into this town that's just a stone's throw away, thinking maybe there's a vendor here somewhere. This poor bloke, he doesn't even have pants. At least the fire can keep his thighs warm. Innkeep, will you take any of my stuff?
Greetings.
He's there to sell you
Wouldn't mind a
drinks.
drink? Show me what you got.
He's not there to buy your junk. So nothing can be sold. But then I notice there's the Baron's place in the distance. I know he has blacksmiths. He has people who will buy my stuff. Plus, maybe he'll sell me some weapon repair kits. Unfortunately, nobody had a weapon repair kit. But this guy here had some really nice saddlebags. And this is when I finally figured it out. You have to take them and assign them to Roach. And we go from 60 pounds to 130. Put his horse blinders on too. That is awesome. So now, carrying around a whole bunch of stuff is no longer going to be such a big damn issue. The other thing I decided to do here was put some glyphs in some of my gear. I've been saving the glyphs, and then at a certain point in time you start to get a bunch of them, and you know you're going to get higher tier glyphs later, so you might as well start to use these lower tier ones. And if I remember correctly, you can combine glyphs later on. I think thanks to one of the DLCs you can combine them to make them more powerful, but I'm not 100% sure. But I was incredibly happy with realizing that I could put saddlebags on there, and that he had a nice set of saddlebags that add 70 pounds to your carry weight. And I like that they just kept it simple. You put the saddlebag on the horse and you get to carry an extra 70 pounds. It's not like you have to transfer anything to your horse. It's just an extra 70 pounds for your character, or however many pounds the saddlebag is going to let you carry, which is really nice. So it took me that long to learn that. Here we are, 20 episodes into Witcher Wednesdays, and I finally figured out that you need to put the saddlebags on the horse. We had saddlebags that were 30 pounds, but now we got 70 pounds. That's fantastic. From one bridge to another. So we're getting very close to the pawn tower again, and I'm thinking, hey, we'll just go turn over the quest to our buddy, and that's when we run into persons in distress, Nilfgaardian deserters. And this is when the next part of our Witcher 3 education happens. Of course, these guys are kind of high level. And some of them are shielded very good. They've got big shields. There's a couple of punks like the slave drivers there, but there's a couple of guys with really big shields. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out, how have I hotkeyed my spells? Because what I really want to do is create either the protection, or I want to use... These guys with the shields are tough. Or I want to use the ability that's going to create a force and push these guys down. So I'm running away, just trying to not get shot. Actually learned 2 interesting things during this fight.
Kill if you love the gods!
Get away, Geralt. Don't be taking unnecessary hits. But this is actually really important to my education in The Witcher. I was trying, and notice how all of my hit points, not all of my hit points, but a huge chunk of my hit points came back. We'll talk about that when this fight is over. These guys, you got the heavily armored ones, and you got these other guys who are really good at their stamina bar. It's hard to overwhelm them.
Shut up and fight.
And these guys keep shooting me, and it's like, I need to go take him out first. So I'm thinking, I need to go hide away from his damn bolts so that I can figure out what to drink here. And this loser is sneaking up on me. And purely by accident, we do this. I totally forgot you can do that. So that little bit of magic, here's what I'm trying to do is get out of here, and you can't, for some reason, because I'm in combat or whatever, I can't vault that fence like you normally can. I don't know why. So now I'm worried I'm going to get stuck between this tree and killed. I just want to dodge past this guy. There we go. We finally remembered which key was the roll dodge. But we have to go kill that guy, because those bolts are really effective. These guys don't miss. There we go. If you use the roll dodge, you can close distance on these fools really quickly. And now this is what's cool. Oh, I used the wrong
Fight a
spell.
Witcher.
So now I have a shield.
Not good.
That's not what I really wanted. These guys with the shields, you need to get around behind them. And the most effective way to get around behind them is to do that. So right about now I'm figuring out that, wait a minute, I can stun these guys with that spell. And if I can stun them, I can get around behind them. So let's see. There we go. He's just waiting to die, which is fantastic. So I'm going to be using that spell ability. See, he turns around to face me and it's like, wait a minute, buddy. I only wish there was some kind of really cool takedown animation that you could get. And so the reason that that happens is because of this. Undying. When vitality reaches 0, it will be restored with a bonus of 33%. Requires at least 1 adrenaline point, which will be consumed. And so our build is set up to gain adrenaline points pretty easily. And that allows us to fire off Undying. So that is incredibly awesome. I really like that a lot. So I'm thinking that's going to be a combat feature that I'm never going to take off my character because that is so effective. And inside this place, the person who is in distress
You ought to come by Mulberry
is a
Hill.
blacksmith.
See me forge. I'll have something for you. A gesture of gratitude. Thank you, Witcher. You ought to come by Mulberry Hill. See me forge. I'll have something for you. A gesture of gratitude.
It turns out that Mulberryville is just to the north a little bit. You can almost see it from here. And since I need to repair a weapon, I actually have 2 swords here that are 82 to 100 damage. They have different specifics, of course, but this one has 3 slots for runes. So at this point in time, I figured, well, I've got all these lesser runes. Let's put them in there. Chance to stun is good. That's adrenaline point game. We know how valuable that's going to be for, because we just saw Undying. But I decided to put chance to freeze on this. I don't know if that's a great choice or not. It's 6%. It's not that big of a deal. I probably should have gone with adrenaline points, and maybe I'll do that with my next sword. I noticed this old boy starts to get scared, though. I decided I'm just going to follow him to Mulberryville, but there's wolves, and that's why he's afraid. He's got some wargs. He's cowering, and it's like, dude, I'm not gonna let you get this guy. I just saved him from prison. The Nilfgaard deserters. Oh my goodness. These guys are getting some pretty good bites on me here, but at the end of the day, they're dead.
Master Witcher, there's an elven burial ground in the caverns nearabouts mid-copse, and a heap of monsters roaming about it.
So I figured the best thing to do is just follow him up here. He talks about rewarding me, but more than anything, I just want to sell him some gear and maybe get some weapon repair tools.
Used to be wagons showed on market days, loaded with all kinds of fat, smoked bacon, lard, sausage. Now it's acorn flour and tossed burger.
My guardian and protector. I thank you, I do.
Let me see what you're offering.
And unfortunately, he isn't selling a single weapon repair tool, so all we can do is sell our gear. He's got armor repair stuff, no weapon repair stuff. So I am a little bit concerned about my weapons becoming unusable if we don't find some soon. Although we know we can get into Novigrad and there's going to be a bunch of different vendors there and somebody's going to have that stuff. So it's probably time to start thinking about crossing the Pontor and going to see Triss. The Pontar, not the Pontour. So nobody does pretty quite like The Witcher. This is still just one of the most amazing looking games I've ever played. And that's a huge reason to come back to it and sometimes just lose yourself for a couple hours because it is so damn pretty. CD Projekt Red, they've got some great graphic designers.
You're back, finally. Did you get the beast?
No beast to speak of in the woods. Just elves from a Squared's hellband that attacked the convoys. Here, they're squirrel tails.
Scoia'tael, you say? And I thought we'd exterminated the last of those vermin. And the non-humans left it wised up. Well, seems we'll need to pacify them again. Make a list of all the long ears around and hang every 10th one. That should do it.
Yeah, definitely.
I see you would have a mind on this. You're a good man. Here, the gold I promised you. And the pass. Good luck.
Toss us some grub then.
So what started out as a really simple little quest, a little simple level 6 quest, taught me about saddlebags and mesmerizing very heavily armored opponents to kill them which ended up being really effective, and about our Undying skill, which will keep us from dying, which is just fantastic. So folks, you know the drill. Like the video, subscribe, leave your questions and comments down below. I will see you next time. The Witcher 3 is fantastic. I'm going to try to get some more episodes cranked out for these Wednesdays, maybe get ahead of the schedule a little bit. Until next time, everyone, happy gaming.